NFL season is back, baby. Finally, we're here. Thursday night football. The Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's break it down today's game, and I got a few prize picks for you. Let's start off. Travis Kelce will not be playing. Chris Jones will not be playing, but Patrick Mahomes is still on the field, and that's what matters to the Kansas City Chiefs. Potential Sky Moore breakout year. You have Kadarius Toney, and I can't think of the other ones because it's just, can the Chiefs win without Travis Kelce and without high level, or at least, I don't want to be disrespectful to the wide receivers, but not with high end wide receivers, you know? And you didn't have him last year, but you had Travis Kelce as a safety blanket. It might be 1 week, it might be 2 weeks, you never know, but going into week one's not a really good thing. And not having Chris Jones, who literally elevates your defense like to the max, which is dumb. I don't know why they can't, you know what I mean? Hopefully they could come up with it soon, so they, I think they're like $10 million away from making, the money match of what Chris Jones wants and what they want. And can they win? Because Chris Jones stops. I think the offense will be okay. As long as Patrick Mahomes is out there, the offense will be okay. It's just the defense, because he elevates it so much. He's one of the best with him, but without them, they are absolutely the worst. No pressure on the quarterback and can't stop the run. And then Jared Goff is not as good as he used to be. He is more of he's an average quarterback, maybe a little bit above average quarterback. And with him, with the weapons that he has there in Detroit, young and fast, you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs. You have one of the best offensive line in the league, and you have David Montgomery as your running back 1 and 2 punch right there. I mean, it's not something to mess with right there. And the Lions defense, they are young, but they are a pretty solid defense. I wouldn't say one of the best in the league, but they're well above average, I would like to say. And I mean, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown having a big game, and honestly, who in their defense is going to stop Amon-Ra, or who in their defense is going to stop Jahmyr Gibbs, and who is going to stop David Montgomery from having a big game? And I personally have Jahmyr Gibbs having his first big game because of the lack of run stop defense that the Kansas City Chiefs have. And I think it's going to be pretty close. And my final prediction for this game, I'm wearing the blue for it. I got the Detroit Lions with the upset week 1. And I know that I think the Kansas City Chiefs have not lost a week 1 since 2014 or something like that, which, it's just they're too much stuck in the mud. But it's also Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to say they're going to run it, that the Lions are going to run away with it. But at the end of the day, you don't have your best player on defense. You don't have your second best player on offense. And it's just, I pretty much have Sky Moore having a big game. That is, to me, that's who's going to have the big season for me. And then I know Kadarius Toney is hurt, and he's kind of like on a snap count. It's not too much. But you have a solid defense for the Lions. You have a decent offense, well above average offense, and a great offensive line that can just run the ball and just push the pace of the ball. I know Jared Goff has not been good at pushing the pace. Hopefully this year is the year. Possibly I have the Detroit Lions winning the division. And now let's get to these picks that I have. I have 4 picks on prize picks here. I have Jahmyr Gibbs more than 39.5 rushing yards. It was 37, but I was able to get it at 39. I was more comfortable. I was also comfortable with him at 39. And then my next play, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 77.5 receiving yards. I mean, who's out there to stop him? An absolute merchant on the field. And for me, Sky Moore with the big game, over 45.5 receiving yards in the game. And then last but not least, I have Isaiah Pacheco with more than 11 fantasy score. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. We're on the road to 500. Subscribe.